you're someone who has pursued excellence in terms of completing, you're a finisher of Ironman and 18 Boston qualifiers. Like that's not the average person. Do you know what I mean? Like, what really, I'm curious if we go into the mindset that if we sneak peek into your mind, what led you to do all this running and all these accomplishments in running? What drives you?
Well, it's interesting because it's different now than it was then.
Mm.
I actually started this all because of a real tough time in my life. I became unexpectedly a single mom of a 12-month-old, 2-year-old, and 4-year-old.
Mm.
That was a really hard time in my life. And
Yeah.
I remember saying, I was very aware, and I'm always like, I'm grateful. I always call it like a God wink or a God tap. I was like, I knew I needed something. I needed I remember
Mm.
saying, you need a positive focus, Jen, you need a positive focus. I don't know what it is, but I was felt like I was going to lose my mind, right? With these 3 little kids and by myself. And, a brochure came out from the YMCA and it was intro to triathlon training. And I had never run. I had never biked. I swam a couple years in high school, but I remember it just spoke to me. And I remember like seeing that darn brochure. And of course they had daycare for kids, where I could put my kids. And I'm like, that's it. That's what I'm going to sign up for that. Right. So we rode on the bikes at the gym, little spin bikes,
Yeah, yeah, but yeah,
trying to
yeah.
run. Obviously we got in the pool. There's a pool. And then we ran on the treadmill. The group was, I don't know, was it like, I don't know, but it was, and that's how it started. So it started as for my mental health. And I remember I
Mm.
was swimming. I used to have to empty my goggles every lap because I was crying so hard. That's where I was at my life. It was a tough time, but
Yeah,
it was like my therapy. And for a long
yeah.
time, it was my therapy. And then it was just interesting. Like things just, gosh, it's crazy the way things just morph. Like, I started doing these little sprint triathlons and then I did a triathlon. And then I was like, oh, that's weird. That's weird. Like I was the fastest in the run more than the swim or the bike. And then I'm like, and then I'm like, maybe I'll try this. And it was just kind of a funny thing. Like I was one of those people who says I'm not a runner. God did not make me to run. My hips don't work. So I was one of those, I never ran. I hated when I had to run run the mile in high school or whatever. So then I don't know, just like one thing led to another. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll run a marathon. And I qualified for Boston on my second marathon. Then I was like, oh, maybe I'm a good runner. And then I just fell in love with it. The everything about it. I did Boston this year, 2024, and I did a triathlon and I did a 5K swim. And I'm like, and sometimes I'll say, why do you keep doing it? And I have 2 answers why I keep doing it. One is because I can. First of all, I
Yeah.
can. I'm not 30, obviously.
Mm.
And the fact that I still can. And then I love the whole process of it. It's just so fun. It's fun. I love the
Mm.
process. I love having a goal. I love the training. I love the taper. I love the afterglow. It's just fun. I don't know. I just, and when I train for marathons, there's a training group that I run with. So you run with all these
Yeah.
awesome people. And so for me, honestly, now I just love it. I like when I
Mm.
don't have it. I have said, what are you going to do when you're actually too old to do this? I don't know. Um,
Oh, you'll find something.
but I will add, and the only way I did Boston this year, but I only ran 2 land runs a week. The rest was in the
Mm.
pool. And
Amazing.
that's why I'm able. That's the other reason why I'm able. I'm 58 years old. That's why I'm able to
Mm.
do it, is because I do so much of the training in the water.
Yeah.
Um, so I can't remember how many marathons, 2, no more than 3 on land. Everything else is in the water. Sometimes I do half and halves.
Wow.
Like I'll do, like if I have a 20 miler, I'll do like the first 10 and then I'll go straight, like I'll park at my pool. I'll go run 10 miles, do the quickest change I possibly can, and then go in the pool and run for another hour and a
And
half
you
or whatever it
continue.
is.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
instead of doing 20 miles of pounding on my body. So that's a huge reason why I'm able to keep doing
Yeah.
the running, is because so much of it's in the pool. And a lot of people my age are like, so many people like, I wish I could, but my knees are killing me. I'm like, yeah, well, try running in the pool.
Yes, you don't have to do all of it on land.
Yeah.
Hello there, and thank you so much for stopping by this channel. I hope you find this content useful, and if you do, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It will really help me to reach to more people and keep this content going. Here we are journeying together, and let's see where this takes us.